Hi.
Have you ever started something with great motivation but failed to finish it? I wonder. Many of you have been faced a very similar problem. One can start a work with greatest motivation, but after going into it, they can't able to move forward. They felt overwhelmed and they lack their motivation, and they eventually leave it. That way, they can't able to finish the work that they had started out of their motivation. So, how many of you are like that? I think mostly 90% people are like that, including me. So, when I was in school, there is a story they used to discuss during that time. They always try to tell the story of rabbit and tortoise. I then wonder why they are using the same story always. But the moral of the story is being consistent and steady rather than starting it out of greatest motivation and after going into it lacking motivation. So what the story was like, there was a rabbit and the tortoise who starts race. The rabbit runs first so that after it covers certain distance, it want to take rest for few minutes there. As tortoise was slow by its nature, knowing about tortoise nature, rabbit fell asleep by taking rest for some time. Eventually, tortoise crosses it and enters the finish line. So, what are the reasons for the lack of motivation? What do you think are the reasons? I think using Facebook, using Twitter, using WhatsApp. Like, I think mainly the social media, or movies, or chatting with friends, talking to friends, like that. What do you think? Do you have any particular reasons in your mind? If so, please share it in the comment section. We'll discuss about that in another video. So here I draw an example using a bar chart to represent how many people are starting the task. So let's consider 100% people are starting the task out of greatest motivation or inspiration. Then 70% people are immediately drops after starting certain task. And only 30% out of 100% are able to continue with it up to some extent. After some time, at some point of time, even out of the 30%, 20% are getting dropped. Only 10% people are able to finish the goal they set, or only 10% people are able to achieve the task they set for the career or future or whatever they want to do. So, what's the major reason? So, one big reason is procrastination. When they start with the greatest motivation, they start like, yes, I'm going to do it. Like how your life has to be. You don't have to be procrastinating everything you want to do. Some minimum reasons. Many people are getting dropped because of confusion or lack of clarity. So one starts, suppose we consider here an example of engineering students. So they start learning any one programming language. Let's consider Python as it's we're saying Python programming language here. So they start learning Python out of interest, out of curiosity, with the greatest motivation. They are going to find out. They start it, and when they felt low, they went to someone who is already doing a job and contact him for suggestions how to move forward. When the time they contact or consider him, he suggests him other programming language, like there are no jobs for freshers in Python. Go learn Java or whatever, but don't go for Python. So that's the point where he starts getting confusion. That's the point where he starts lacking motivation. That's the very beginning of the person's downfall. So never ever go for suggestions, but never ever start your work from suggestions. When someone suggests you some work, do your own research. Nowadays, according to trend, if you learn Python, there are many fields where you can get success, such as data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence. The one thing which has been getting famous in recent times, ChatGPT, which was made using artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence includes machine learning, which they have to train using several data sets in order to work efficiently. So, in order to train them, you need to learn Python and you have to learn some libraries from Python, such as NumPy, Pandas. Pandas are used to get data from datasets and they use it to arrange the data clearly, and some other libraries which they use to process like that. For suppose in machine learning there are some algorithms which you have to learn like that. When you set your goal high, you have to go towards it inch by inch, but never start your work with the greatest enthusiasm because you are gonna lack it anyway. So start slow, grow rapidly, finish it with intensity. That's how we're going to do it. Likewise, so I want to compare it with the two people, but I already told it using tortoise and rabbit. That's the reason I am discussing it with you guys is because once I had a greatest motivation to start with some course, for example, either cyber security, now data science, machine learning, like that. After moving into it, few moments later, like we saw it, a few moments later, I felt overwhelmed and I lost my motivation. So I eventually stopped going any further into it. So that's it. So there is a greatest line like the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So if you want to get ahead, first you have to start. So how to overcome these things? How to overcome procrastination? Like when you set your goals, you don't have to procrastinate. For example, you can't able to study 8 hours a day. You can study 1 hour a day, right? At least. So during that 1 hour, if you can't able to concentrate, try to use some methods. Like consider if you do it for 10 minutes, I'm going to do this. If you're going to do it for 30 minutes, I am using my another time for that. So what I am going to say is if you have interest towards something when you start it, it will drag you to do more and more about it. So when you start such a task, it will drag you to complete it. So you can eventually go further. When you plan to study for 1 hour, at the beginning you may fail to do so, but you can't hesitate. You are going to conquer it one day. Till that, you have to be consistent and steady. So, I want to tell two key points. So, just love what you want to do. Just plan what you want to do. After planning, love your work, what you are going to do, and conquer the work what you loved to start. That's the way we're going to do it. But to do this, you have to procrastinate using social media for some time until getting something really that you are feeling that you are getting it finally. Like when you start learning Python, you suppose sometimes one starts learning Python. How they start? They open Chrome or something extra. They'll go for W3 schools, Python, something or geek for geeks. Like that they'll start and they'll open a tutorial. They'll see all the basics. Yeah, I learned Python. Now nobody is going to stop me. I know Python. I am going to crack all the interview exams, all the exams, and I'm going to crack job. How many jobs I am going to apply? So you will see here. You see this, you learn this, and you think you know everything. But whenever you are writing a exam, when there is a coding question, you can't able to code. During that time, you may think, sometimes I think about is you. You will always being in my mind, but I can't able to remember you. I can't able to how to construct you. Like that, you're going to sing in your mind. So, at least whatever you are learning, try to learn it clearly or give it your 100%. I am also the one of you. I had also started learning Python first, stopped it, eventually started learning Java, stopped it, then started learning cybersecurity, which is out of my league, left it, then started doing machine learning, left it. Now I am doing data science, but this time I am not going to leave it. I am going to complete it by any means. Like I want to do it, I love it, I love to do it. So, follow the ways, try to procrastinate social media rather than procrastinating your work or your studies. That way, you are going to get some clarity on what to do and when to do. So, that's it, animals. Please do share the video to your friends, whoever in this kind of confusion, what to do and how to do. And if you'd like the video, please do subscribe.
హాయ్ నా
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. If you don't know how to overcome these situations, please feel free to mention those in comment section. I will answer them in comment section. Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck in overcoming these. I know when somebody spend time for something they really want, they're going to get good results, better results. So that I can tell for sure. That's it, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Please do subscribe. Have a great day. Good luck.